Here are 50 interesting facts about Russia. Russia is the largest country in the world by land area, spanning over 17 million square kilometers. The country shares borders with 14 different countries and has coastline along the Arctic, Pacific, and Atlantic Oceans. Moscow is the capital and largest city of Russia, with over 12 million residents. Russia is known for its diverse landscapes, including vast plains, mountains, forests, and the world's deepest lake, Lake Baikal. The Russian flag consists of 3 horizontal stripes: white on the top, blue in the middle, and red on the bottom. The Trans-Siberian Railway is the longest railway in the world, connecting Moscow with Vladivostok, covering a distance of around 9,289 kilometers. Russia has 9 time zones, the most of any country in the world. Russian is the official language of the country, and the Cyrillic alphabet is used for writing. The Hermitage Museum in St. Petersburg is one of the largest and oldest museums in the world, housing over 3 million works of art. Russia has a rich literary tradition, producing renowned authors like Leo Tolstoy, Fyodor Dostoevsky, and Anton Chekhov. Russia has the largest number of UNESCO World Heritage Sites, including the Kremlin and Red Square in Moscow, and the historic center of St. Petersburg. The famous ballet, Swan Lake, was composed by Pyotr Ilyich Tchaikovsky, a prominent Russian composer. Russia is home to some of the world's coldest inhabited places, like Oymyakon and Verkhoyansk, with temperatures dropping below 50 degrees Celsius in winter. Lake Baikal, located in Siberia, is the deepest lake in the world, reaching a depth of about 1,642 meters. Russia is one of the BRICS countries, an association of major emerging national economies, along with Brazil, India, China, and South Africa. The Russian space program launched the first artificial satellite, Sputnik 1, in 1957, marking the beginning of the space age. Russian cuisine includes dishes like borscht, pelmeni, dumplings, and blini, pancakes, served with various toppings. The Kalashnikov rifle, also known as the AK-47, is one of the most famous and widely used firearms globally, designed by Mikhail Kalashnikov. The Matryoshka doll, or Russian nesting doll, is a traditional wooden doll that contains smaller dolls inside. The Russian bear is a symbol often associated with Russia, representing the country's strength and resilience. The Russian alphabet has 33 letters, with some unique characters not found in the Latin alphabet. Russia is a significant producer and exporter of natural gas, oil, and minerals. The Cathedral of Christ the Savior in Moscow is the tallest Orthodox Christian church in the world. The Russian national anthem is one of the longest national anthems globally, with lyrics that underwent several changes throughout history. Russia was the host country for the 2018 FIFA World Cup, which took place in 11 cities across the country. The world's first spacewalk was performed by Soviet cosmonaut Alexei Leonov in 1965. The Transfiguration Church on Kiji Island is an iconic wooden church and part of the Kiji Pogost UNESCO World Heritage Site. The famous Russian vodka brand Stolichnaya is commonly known as Stoli. The Russian nesting dolls, matryoshkas, were first made in the late 19th century and became popular souvenirs worldwide. Russians celebrate New Year's Eve with festive decorations and the arrival of Dead Moroz, Grandfather Frost, who brings gifts for children. Russia has a diverse ethnic composition, with over 160 ethnic groups, including Russians, Tatars, Ukrainians, and Chechens. The Russian currency is the ruble, and the currency symbol is. Russia is home to the world's northernmost city, Norilsk, known for its severe climate and mining activities. Russia's iconic onion-domed churches are typical examples of Russian architecture, reflecting Byzantine influences. The Russian equivalent of Santa Claus is Ded Moroz, who is accompanied by his granddaughter, Snegorotchka, the snow maiden. Russia's national animal is the brown bear. The Moscow Metro is one of the busiest and most beautiful subway systems in the world, known for its ornate and opulent stations. Russia is home to Lake Karachay, one of the most radioactive places on Earth due to nuclear waste disposal. The city of Kazan in Russia is home to the Kazan Kremlin, a UNESCO World Heritage Site, blending Muslim and Christian architecture. The oldest and deepest subway system in Russia is the St. Petersburg Metro, dating back to 1955. The Russian State Library in Moscow is one of the largest libraries in the world, housing over 47 million items. Russia's National Day is Russia Day, celebrated on June 12, commemorating the Declaration of Sovereignty in 1990. Russian nesting dolls were inspired by a set of Japanese dolls brought to Russia in the late 19th century. The name, Russia, is derived from the medieval state of Rus, centered around Kyiv in modern-day Ukraine. The Russian military famously uses the Ural 4320, a reliable off-road truck that has been in service for decades. Russians have a tradition of drinking tea, often accompanied by sweets, preserves, and pastries during tea time. The city of Yekaterinburg is located at the boundary between Europe and Asia, known as the Ural Mountains. Russian astronauts are called cosmonauts, and Russia's space agency is known as Roscosmos. The world's longest railway tunnel, the Seikan Tunnel in Japan, was constructed using Russian tunneling technology. Russia has a strong tradition of folk art, including intricate embroidery, wooden crafts, and painted lacquer boxes. Thanks for watching. Subscribe to our channel.